Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Lesego Kgolane here. It's a great day, and today I'd actually like to speak about the vision board. What is the significance of having a vision board as an individual who looks forward to achieving your goals and objectives in life? Firstly, let's start by defining what is a vision. A vision is your foresight of the future, and a board is basically a place in which you attach things that ought to get attention. So it's just a tool for you to place things that get attention. So in combining the two, you just look at the fact that, okay, let me have a vision board, something that reminds me of all the things that I want to achieve in the future. My experience and how I first heard of a vision board, I was watching the documentary The Secret back when I was in Res with a friend of mine, Katlego, a very good friend who used to watch a lot of series in Res, and came across this documentary. And for years, I'd actually go back to it and refresh my mind in relation to the contents thereof. What always stuck out for me was the vision board and why it's important for one to actually have a vision board. I mean, I watched that documentary back in 2000 and probably 2008, but I only first got my vision board in place in 2015, 2016. So during that time, I had direction. In other words, at the beginning of each year, I'd write down my goals for the year, but I didn't have the foresight for the future. So my vision was limited only to an annual period. But now, once I had this particular vision board, I was able to stick it in my office at work and always be in tune, always have it in the direction of my sight, and always be reminded of why I wake up each and every morning. Now, at the center of my vision board, a vision board has to be holistic. At the center of my vision board, I see my wife smiling and I see my kids just beside us, laughing and smiling with us in the images as well. So, the reason it's at my center is because I'm centered and grounded around my family. I know the significance of it. I grew up under a single mother, you know, and I saw all the difficulties of not having a father. So I vowed as I grew up to not place my kids in the same situation, nor my partner in the same situation. So they are my center. So everything revolves around them, and it revolves around me seeing them happy. So everything I do has to complement the fact that they have to be happy based on the actions that I bring about. Now, everything else that I want to manifest surrounds now my family picture. So it speaks to mentorship. There's an image on my vision board where an individual is basically imparting knowledge towards a crowd. So it's a silhouette, and then there's these arrows that come out and they incept from the individual's mind into the minds of those sitting in the crowd. So that speaks to me in future speaking to people, enlightening them, teaching them, mentoring them, coaching them. That's a passion of mine that I love, and it's on my vision board. And to some degree and level, it has been achieved because you watching this right now, you getting a glimpse of my thought structure. You're getting an idea of how I think. You're getting an idea of what I envisage for myself and what I endeavor to achieve. So that's one thing that's on my vision board. And each and every day, I try to impart, even if it's not a crowd, but one or two people that I meet, new people, I'd like to actually share, find out what's their path, what's their journey, and then share that with them. Then there's certain elements that speak to now your public speaking. I have another image where I'm speaking to a crowd, but now this time I'm on a podium with a mic. So I believe it's different from the picture that I just shared that speaks to the mentorship aspect and the coaching aspect. This one speaks to me now speaking to crowds, being a motivational speaker, an insightful and knowledgeable individual, sharing my experience and just letting the world know that it's possible to achieve your dreams, and also guiding them as to how you actually get to achieve those dreams. Other things on my on my vision board are materialistic, so there are material things on that particular vision board, like the type of house that I'd like, my dream home, that I'd like to live in. And in certain parts of the vision board, there's the kitchen, a nice chef's kitchen, because I love cooking, but I also love a well-structured kitchen with a pantry, a large island, a wine rack that is as large as ever, for all the wine that I'd like to drink. I mean, and I mean, like, loving to drink expensive wine now, nice matured wine. So that's something that's on my vision board, my dream home, with the number of bathrooms. I even, I printed it out in terms of, this is my dream home, this is what I'd like it to have. But I've also drawn a sketch of the layout of my house. So it must have my study, my scullery, my man cave, the kids' bedroom, our main bedroom, the guest bedrooms, 6-car garage, Then I have a picture of a garage with just filled with sports cars. So I'm not really a car fanatic, but I do love beautiful cars. I don't know the ins and outs, the nitty-gritties around it, but I do love beautiful cars. So I have an image on my vision board of having that 6-car garage filled with cars, not just cluttered with other things, but actually filled with nice, beautiful cars. I have on my vision board a nice family car. What car is that I have on that vision board? But it symbolizes a family car, but it's one of those Cadillacs. One of those Cadillacs, I think, the rappers like to play around the rims with. So it's there as well. Again, on my vision board is traveling. Oh my God, I want to travel the world. And I was fortunate enough in 2018 to be part of the interministerial task team when South Africa had the listeriosis crisis or outbreak. And that gave me an opportunity to fulfill bits and pieces of my vision board. Because for one, I had the pleasure of training a multitude of environmental health practitioners throughout the country, knowing what their challenges are, working with them to come up with solutions to their challenges, but also exploring the listeriosis outbreak within their various regions. I mean, we trained over 1,000 environmental health practitioners as the team, as the incident management listeriosis task team. So that was good. But I got to travel different places into the country. Now, my vision board, it shows images of Rome, of Italy, of Paris, of Singapore, all these countries that I see when I watch videos of my mentors and people I admire traveling the world and enjoying. But now I don't just want to go there for work purposes. I want to go there with my family, enjoy, and actually spend my leisure time traveling and not having to wait till I've retired to enjoy that leisure time. But traveling is a significant part of my vision board. I want to travel the world. And then another important thing that I have on my vision board is my estate planning. So I have a check written out of 250 million rands, not US dollars, 250 million rands. It's a check and it's signed God. So it's to Lesego Kgolane, to the Kgolane estate actually, to the Kgolane Trust estate. And it's signed from God and it's 250 million. So that money is for now generations to come. Sustainable intergenerational wealth is what we're talking about. So that's also a vision of mine, to succumb to being able to achieve that type of wealth for myself and for my family whilst I'm still alive, but so that it gets passed on to generations to come. And then lastly, which is probably the most significant, is pictures that with the words contribution, giving, Kgolane bursary scheme, charity. Then it's pictures of money actually and hands that are giving towards different causes. Things that I do now currently. I donate blood like 4 times a year, just so that I can save a life from somebody who might have died had they not received my blood. So that's significant to me. We donate our clothes each and every year as the Kgolane family. We donate 10% of our profit margins throughout our various businesses. So that's something I'm really proud of. Last year, we donated over 600 shoes to 3 schools in Newcastle with my business partner Mfundo. So I'm very proud of that particular act as well. But one ought to understand that for you to receive all that, you have to work towards it. It's you can't run away from it. Basically, wealth building is a task that you do each and every day, and you can't run away from it. So as you actually picture your vision board, dig deep inside, find out what it is that I want to achieve with my life, and then start working towards it, because it won't just show up. Believe me, it won't just show up. Achieving your vision board is not just a matter of dreams, it's a matter of you creating opportunities for you to live your best life now. I made a video recently that talks about living life as if it's your best day. It's your first day. In fact, it's living life as if it's your best day. Because once you achieve and start taking off the boxes, some people call it a bucket list. Bucket list, whatever, call it what you want. I call it my vision board. So I want you who's listening to this to actually start working on it. You don't necessarily have to have a clear picture, but it's better if you do have that vivid picture. It's better if you do have that vivid picture. I know I may sound like I'm contradicting myself, but for real, it's better if you do have that vivid picture of what it is that you want to achieve in life. Start writing it down, start creating images of it so that they become implants in your mind and you start actually working towards it and achieving it. All the best. I think the next video will talk about goals, objectives, and actually a step-by-step guide as to how to achieve. So firstly, you've now created a picture, which is your vision board. But next, let's discuss how to actually achieve those things on your vision board. What strategies to employ, how to work towards it. The word work, I say work is work. Peace out, guys. Enjoy your day.